A group of us got together probably about 15 years ago at the encouragement of the United Way. And the executive director then, a fellow named Joe Stoltman, and I were talking about longer-term planned giving beyond an annual campaign. We talked about an endowment or something like that as the savings account, that we would build up funds and use those funds longer term to have positive impact on the community.
I was invited by Mike Harris to attend the first feasibility meeting convened by Harry Smith. So I was a newcomer to that committee, and that's the committee that decided, yes, we need to move forward and produce a foundation.
I was part of the Rotary Club meeting that formed the idea, got together a group of people who said that we needed this kind of organization to generate ongoing, continuing funds for the betterment of the community. And so it was after one of the Rotary meetings that I met with a group of people, Al Smith, Jim Davis, I think Byron was there, certainly Harry Smith was there, and we talked about the possibilities of what a community foundation could do for Winchester.
And I laugh because we were all Rotarians and we had no staff, and we would meet kind of after Rotary and talk, and then we would take every summer off. And so we basically made no progress for the first couple of years except educating each other. So it's been a slow process just because we've really kind of tried to do it ourselves till it became very evident that wasn't enough.
One of the things we realized pretty quickly was we should have really had a community foundation here years earlier. We met at first to determine, was there a need? Or was it going to be perceived as competition to the United Way and to the other organizations in the community that do a great job? So we wanted to make sure that we were complementary, not competition.
Within 2 years of the concept, we had a charter and we were incorporated.
I think we can all be proud that we were here to start this wonderful organization at this point and to see it grow.
When we first started, some folks didn't give this thing a chance, and we didn't give up. We kept working on it, and we kept refining it. We'd become creative. We'd figure out the right ways to do things, and I'm thrilled about that. And where it is today, where it was 10, 12 years ago, is astounding. The Community Foundation, Northern Shenandoah Valley, was formed so that we would have this broad base to impact the community at large.
The Community Foundation is different in that it invests the money that the donor provides, and the yield from that investment then goes back out to the community, to nonprofits.
It's really a central organization that the community can focus on and give money to a broad spectrum of services and needs within the community.
Its main distinction is that it exists in perpetuity. And if you have a particular orientation, as I mentioned earlier, SPCA, library, historic event, no matter what it is, that orientation will be honored long after you have left this earth.
We're going to be able to be your guardian, and we're going to be able to take those funds, be good stewards of those funds, invest those funds, grow those funds, and make sure those funds get back to the designated purpose that you might have.
By setting up a fund with the Community Foundation with a certain amount of money, we know that that gift will go year after year after year. And there's probably no better way to carry out our wishes of what we really think we would like to happen when we're not around.
Once a person donates funds to the foundation, those funds belong to the foundation. But the donor can advise us on where the yield from the investment of that foundation is directed. And it can be quite flexible. It can go in a different direction every year.
So if somebody has something that they would like to support, like a literacy program, like a poverty program, like a food program, they could start a fund that supports that. And we think that was really very special to get started.
A lot of the organizations in Winchester have set up their own endowments within the community foundation. And the beauty of that is that these little organizations don't have the personnel to research the endowments and do investments and do the right documents. We've done all that for them. And they can set up a fund with no cost whatsoever and have people give long-term perpetually endowed funds for their business. And because they have some people that will give the daily needs, whatever it might be, but some people want to give to long-term endowments.
Once a fund is established and somebody new comes to town and they care to see what's going on with the community foundation, we can show them our list of funds and say, well, this fund does this, and this fund does that, and this fund does this. Do any of these appeal to you? And that individual might decide to support that fund. They might decide to start their own fund.
So private needs, they can become public when you have a fund. It gives everybody a chance to be a John Hanley.
My deep appreciation, my thanks to all those folks who have served, who are serving, those who have contributed, those organizations that work with us, those that we are able to assist and sponsor. I thank all that have helped us become what we've become.
We're not nearly as well known in the community as we should be.
The hope is that the foundation could, through events like this dinner, raise the focus and awareness in the city of the need for money. And you get people that know the foundation and then very quietly change their will to benefit the foundation.
We should be an organization that people think of automatically when they say, I would like to leave something in this community in a positive way.
There are a number of people that don't know about the Community Foundation and really raising the visibility to see what it is. And there are people out there that have an event. They sell their home. They sell a piece of property. They inherit money. And what do they do with it, how they use it? And some people just need to be nudged to do it in a positive way.
I think folks need to know more specifically about the foundation's need and the foundation's need to build its fund so it will have a sustained operational fund for years to come. And as I mentioned earlier, then it can really start to focus on building for other organizations, other needs in the community.
We want everyone to know about it. But we realize, even among ourselves, as we meet monthly, there's so many details of remembering how it works and what's this kind of fund, and it's not easy. But it's the concept, as one of our own members said, I'm going to support my college, but I can do a fund and keep it simple and let them send the check each year. And I think it's that simple. You have somebody or something that you care about, and this is a way to ensure their success in the future.
It would benefit us greatly to build up an endowment for the Community Foundation's own operations.
The big need right now, I think, is to work on those planned giving to generate the larger amounts of money that we need to be able to do the good things that we need to do in this community foundation.
And if you're so inclined, we'd love to have people start to make contributions toward that operational endowment that will sustain us forever.
Hopefully, we have not only liftoff, but acceleration.
And, as they might say in the days, you ain't seen nothing yet.